Hello and welcome back. I'm very sorry that I cut the previous video before finishing the conversation, but the battery was dying and it was not making me nice. Okay, we've got two interesting people here. Right, first we'll talk to Bodan Thedic.
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
So he's a merchant. It's important that you go to the merchant.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Okay, so the most important thing to do here is once you look all the way down this very long list with both the free for the PS3 but costly for the Xbox items for feast day gifts and feast day pranks, except for the I'm talking about buying them. Oh well, forget that. Forget what I'm just trying to blah blah blah. Right, you want to buy this, even though it's quite expensive, outside of the Ostagar mission, to give you an extra 10 points of inventory. Very important you do that. It's very important. The other one over here is Sandal.
Hello. The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
Okay.
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of art, but naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy? Enchantment! And there you have it.
Yep, this is an enchantment area. So let's start the enchanting.
Enchantment!
Now, how to enchant? Talk to this boy. Choose something you want to enchant. It's only weapons at this point. Start with Bright Blood. Then choose a segment. If you have any runes, they will appear here. You just select one to complete the actually that's the most unusual quest ever. You'll never know that not naturally. Right. Next thing to do is actually most important to do. Right. I forgot to level up. Right. Let's see. Stank only learned one specialisation. Do not ask me why. Give him 40 strength, then 18 dexterity. That's all you want from him. Right. Then just even out the willpower and constitution. And give him his other stuff. Right. We can see his two-handed tree's been started, so finish it. Hence the need for all the 40. Then give him all that. And that. That's him out of the way. Like I said, any members who aren't in your party will still level up. Right, next thing you want to... Oh, actually, stop that! Behave yourself. Right, make sure everybody has optimum equipment, given that whatever, and that actually reduces the amount of. Before I do anything else, did I actually do everything I wanted to do? Forget that. Fair way of doing this is right. There's a yep. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to regret not going back to Logan's before I move on. Right, talk to this guy. Important.
You're a hard woman to find. Where have I met us? The name is Levy. Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
Well, if you
He never
delve
told
into
you
his
about Levy?
story,
No,
you'll
just
learn
here.
that he actually
Well, here
helped
I am
the
carrying
Wardens.
on while you have a blight.
But
Don't
not
waste
really
your time.
important.
But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's, well, no more. A tragedy it is, but that. For I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
Right, if you choose that, it goes on to say how he helped the Wardens. But it's not really important.
My family, well, past a bit checkered, you see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Olin banished the Wardens and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
That was not very nice, was it?
And then some. Not much is known about that time. After King Olin died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
Okay.
Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the blight. We're not ashamed of that.
Right. So what do you want?
Ask for the truth. Our family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldiers Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour.
That's a very intriguing thing.
Well, no one's been to Soldiers Peak since Ireland's day. At least nothing's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour. I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldiers Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it at least?
Right.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Right. You'll want to do this for several reasons, which when I get to it, I will tell you. However, this is downloadable content, so you'll need to, well, use a special card with the consoles, or try a way of going through it. It's not that expensive, but it's real hard to take care of. Right. Very important. Right. There's romance options. Him, her, and her. Right now, I can only do 2. I'm going to do that one.
Yes?
But first, let's get a tea.
Well, here I am.
Right.
Quiet. It was a life suited for contemplation. In the cloisters, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. But it was not perfect. Some of my chantry fellows were condescending. That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose. When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself in the beauty of his world, they treated me with disdain. They want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special, chosen. He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools.
Right, let's be nice to her.
Thank you. Maybe I am wrong. But it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men, not the Chantry. But there is work to be done, and I have talked enough for now.
I do not think so. Right, let's step up.
Yes? Well, here I am.
Let's choose that one.
What is meant by someone like me?
You want to start a relationship with her? Choose this.
And there were no beautiful, charming women in the cloisters, you think? You would be wrong. There were many lovely young initiates in the Lotharing cloister, all of them chaste and virtuous. It added to their mystique, because then they were forbidden, and forbidden fruit is the sweeter, no?
This is the only one I can choose.
My fruit? I can't believe I'm having this conversation. But no, I did not take vows. The Chantry provides succor and safe harbour to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed. We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
Okay, let's end this
I
bit.
was a travelling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Right, this is it for this video, and next video we shall start the main body of the quest. So until then, take care of yourself. Bye bye.